Stream is on, so we're live. How this is gonna work? We have a 5-minute long qualifying that's gonna start as soon as Twin crosses the start-finish line, or whoever else is leading. We do pack lead rules, but if you guys can start pacing, we'll go yellow. Teleport errors. You guys are just gonna go at a pace speed. You don't need to go fast. You need to go slow. You just need to kind of, do a bit of pacing. Roughly like 60% pace or something like that. Sorry. I'm gonna turn those lights to black. So there's actually a light system on the cars themselves, which, if you want to help, you could try to make sure that they're on the right colors. But the way we do things, before we go green, we turn the lights to black. Shibe is showing, so I gotta teleport him. So I'm gonna teleport him to his car. Eris is gonna make a late entry. So Shibe, there you go. And we're going to go green as soon as you guys are out of the hairpin. So now we're green on the track. We're gonna have our 5 minutes of qualifying start up in just a moment. We got 20 laps of racing, but got our qualifying. And it looks like already Medial making the move for the lead. Twins backed off, and another person taking up to the front. That is operated by, I believe that's Racer. So qualifying mode has now been turned on. So that's Twin backing off, Twin trying to make up space. As that looks to be, that was Racer losing time. The white car, the white number 2 being operated by Football. Who has made... Where is that Football? That's Aiden McGrady. They are normally racing in the mid car class. I think they've only had 1 or 2 Formula Micro shows before this. You can see the Flying Italian, the 10, red and black machine, of course, based off the Ferrari livery, making its way up to pack lead. So how we do things in this series, we have a pack lead rule for qualifying. So the way it works basically is that the timer will keep on counting down, and whether the virtual leader, if we pretend this is a race, crosses the line before or after the timer runs out of time, or if there's like roughly about enough time to do another lap, will go into the white flag. But if the timer goes out before the virtual leader crosses the line, then it's checkers for everyone else behind. And if the leader's on the final lap and they pass you, then that means you're on your final lap as a lap car. So it's hard to explain it by that, but when you watch, you'll understand. Anyways, onto the board. Mr. Monaco, not quite in the fastest range yet, but looking up to make a pretty good lap. Shibe is taking up the pole position with a 56.207. That's by pressing the Z or Z key. As here's Mr. Monaco, makes his way across the front stretch. Goes top of the board, 55.067, but Twin Triple V6 most likely is going to be coming up there to take it back. Unfortunately for him, he's got an invalid lap. He's backed off at the very end of it, just probably trying to get through this lap. The pole position right now is it actually was taken by Arisnetta with a 55.045. She was green at all sectors. Alright. Shuffle might be a little bit late. I do not believe I need to teleport anyone else. Looks like we're good as far as that goes. So we're over halfway done with the qualifying session. There might be a car that might be at risk of being lapped, but I think that might be Shibe. That is Shibe. I don't think they're a huge target for it yet, but it is a small possibility. We now have about 2 minutes left until the qualifying session ends. And Twin Turbo V6 is taking pole position, a 53.982. Meanwhile, Mr. Monaco nearly spinning out. Still holding pack lead, although the 0-1 machine operated by a medial is starting to catch up. Aiden McGreedy not too far behind as Mr. Monaco crosses the line. So we're going to have 2 laps to go, most likely, as things are running currently. Again, Mr. Monaco holding off the pack lead. I think that's Shy being close in on. So if Shy gets past here, he'll have to deal with whatever the leader's doing. And it does look like next lap will be the final lap. At least for our leader. Aqua gets a late teleport. Leader now making his way over. As Shime's going to hold off for pack lead as much as he can. If he can hold off, he'll be able to get an extra lap. A white flag in the air. Meanwhile, for our leader, Mr. Monaco. So we're going to turn off that. Got 1 more lap to go. The white flag going to be in the air once you guys cross the line. But Shibe here in a bit of a precarious situation as the pack lead is just behind him and closing in. He still holds off for now, as Mr. Monaco with basically almost in range might be able to take pole if they could get ahead of themselves. Sector 2 is looking alright. As here is Shibe, still holding off Mr. Monaco as much as he can, but Mr. Monaco is going to probably get a cut there. Now the final turn, Mr. Monaco will see the checkers, but Shibe has 1 more lap to go. That's about the most perfect example of how pack lead works. So, if, Mr. Monaco, if you can start slowing down, let Shibe finish this lap up. Once you guys cross the line, you guys are going to be done. Just do a cooldown lap here if you can. Just let the cars that are finish up here. So Shibe is on his final lap. He's set 4th quickest, and he's got a pretty good looking Sector 1. Other cars finishing up, so again, once you cross the line, you guys are done. We're just waiting on Shibe here. Blue Gen joins. And Shibe slows down significantly into the hairpin. And I think he might have called it off himself. These short shifts. So if you guys head into the pit lane here. Blue, or shuffle your cars over there. So you and Blue are going to have a randomized position. Since you guys did not get a lap in. Who is this? Oh, that's you. Hi. Don't worry about it. You could double jump to drop. It's okay. You could double jump to drop the car. Alright,
Is
so
qualifying going to be the same in Indy, or is it?
yeah, it's pretty much the same format for rail courses. Okay. The ovals have a bit of an interesting format, but we're not seeing one till October. So if you guys could line up single file at the end of the pit lane at the orange line, that is going to be Twin Turbo V6, Mr. Monaco right behind in the 10, Arisnetta in 3rd. Please don't try to drive through each other's cars, just try to give each other a little bit of space. The more space you have, the better pacing is going to go. 4th place is going to be Shibe. 5th place is going to be a medial. Nice arc brake, Shibe. Leave space for Shibe to back up. We need Shibe to 4th. 5th is a medial. Behind them is Aiden McGrady. And then we have Racer 2012. We then have some randomized positions here for Aqua, Shuffle, and Blue Gen. Then we'll clear out the rest of the field. Hopefully that'll clear out some of the lag. So, Alright. So we're gonna do a spinner here. I'll take that input for now. Again, a new setup and experiment. The old cars were even more oversteery. So I tried to fix it. My apologies, my internet just went out. I don't know if I'm still disconnected or not. So.
Nope. Okay, here.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good. So how it works for cars that did not qualify, but they're here before we start removing the cars. You guys are going to be starting, of course, behind in a randomized position. I think the stream is still on. Yes, it is. So the stream is still going on. I'm going to fly myself. So that's between Aqua, Shuffle, and Blue Gen. Let me start the, we do a will decide. I could probably do it if you don't know how. It's pretty simple. Just enter the names and spin it. So starting up in the first of non-qualifiers will be Shuffle. So starting behind Shuffle will be Blue Gen. And that leaves Aqua to the rear. Alright. We're gonna now start clearing out the cars. As it looks like Shibe has parked themselves before we start. They'll take a DNS point. As that's true. Shuffle's stun and airs only in a worst case scenario where there's no practice at all. But yeah, I mean, typically with a new setup, you're gonna want to do practice, but you know, you guys didn't go do any practice, so don't know really what I could say for that situation. So these cars, this track is very oversteery, but these cars actually are less oversteery than the old cars were. I know it doesn't seem like that, but with this particular track, that actually was the case. So I've only been trying to fight the oversteer. Yeah, you're braking under turning conditions. So we're gonna be doing 2 pace laps. We're gonna clear the board. But we're going to read out our positions before we do so. So, red currently. We have not cleared the laps. Eris is not in her car yet either, so we don't expect to go until everyone's ready. So if you are not ready, this is your last chance to hop out of your car, have us wait. I don't even think I removed all the cars yet, have I? Actually, I think I have. Okay. We just need Shuffle to stay behind Drips, or sorry, Racer. So let's get our grid from the back to the front. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. So starting in 9th place, we have Aqua. I believe they've been around a little bit throughout the season. Blue Sonic Gen in the 57, going to be in 8th place. 7th place going to be Shuffle, making a late entry in the GMG 15 machine. 6th place, the 3 operated by Racer 2012. Andy McGrady in the 2 machine. Emmanuel 918 in the blue and black 01. They make up the 4th place position after Shibe is dropped. Eris Netta in the 45 starts in the back of the podium. Starting seconds could be Mr. Monaco in the 10 black and maroon machine, and then starting us off from the front, our pole sitter is Twin Turbo V6 in the 32 Maple Leaf. Okay. Just waiting on our cars, on 3 drivers here to send to their cars. That's their sign that they're ready. Once they are, we'll call the yellow. If for some reason somebody's still not ready, then we'll stop. But the less time we take, the better things will be. I'm going to reset all of our laps. I will say the cut limit again, just because some of you guys will be a little bit unfamiliar, but the cut limit is going to be 25 for today. If you get 25 cuts, you're going to get your first penalty, which is a 5-second post-race penalty. Your second cut... Not everyone's in the car yet, Shuffle, jeez. Your second time you get a penalty at 50 cuts is going to lead to a 10-second penalty. That is not a 15-second penalty overall. It's just you are going to get another 5-second penalty, counting up to a total of 10 seconds. And if you get 75... Can you guys stop revving? we're not even close to starting yet. There's a driver that's not in his car. I'm explaining procedures. Okay. We're gonna restart. 25 cuts, get your first penalty. It's gonna be a 5-second penalty. 50 cuts is your second penalty. You get another 5-second, counting up to a total of 10 seconds. You get 75 cuts, you're gonna get parked. We're gonna be doing 2 pace laps and clearing up your cuts for now. And we will be clearing off cuts until the green flag drops. Once it is, I'm gonna park you until he's back. Next person in the rev gets killed, so. Just waiting on a medium.
So if someone gets 75 corner cuts, it's like a black flag?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's also going to be a minimum or a maximum amount of laps down, which is 3. So if you're 3 laps down, your day is done. You will not be scored.
Okay.
It is a black flag, but like if you want to continue driving, you can, but you're not going to get scored.
Can drivers unlap themselves from the 3 laps, or is it like once you go under, you can't
Once
go
you go, if you can't get back by the end of the lap, so if you get passed by a leader but you get them back, you can, but after that point you're done.
Like if the leaderboard says 3 laps down, you're done.
Yeah, it's so that someone can't join the track. Like, it's also so if someone's AFK, you know, if you're AFK for more than 3 laps, you're done. This does change for the Superstar race, but that's a whole other thing coming up in a week, which I'll do. No one needs to worry about that. It's pretty straightforward. But that's its own deal. Normally, once you're past that, you know, you can't rejoin, but yeah, you'll just stop being scored, which pretty much just means everyone that gets, you know, that much will be parked. We're gonna do a 120-second count for Emmanuel. If he's not back by then, he's going to be reset. And okay, he's bruh. All right. Once we're on our cars, no, he's back. No, he's back. He's actually got back in his car as soon as it started counting down. All right. That being said, we're gonna go yellow then. Go in the car ahead of you goes, maintain position. Eris is getting a little bit to... Just past Eris. She took way too long to get going. We're gonna do about 60 from the front, just because of how many people there are. Leave the space for Eris. And just stay behind the car ahead of you. No tire weaving, please. Tire weaving could cause some issues with pacing, so. And if you need to let off or such, please just try to coast. Coasting is preferred over braking, because if you brake, you could cause an accordion effect. If you coast, it could cause things to go by smoother. Eris is having a bunch of lag getting up there, but she will eventually. Eris, you're supposed to be merged into 3rd. Just try to get there. Now you're having a lot of lag issues, so we'll try to be patient. The reason we do 2 pace laps is so that 1, everyone's pacing how they should, and 2, so that if there's any issues with the timing board, such as like a late entry or so, we could fix it before the race starts. So we are set up to go green in another lap. I'm just going to...
Is it a rolling start?
Yes.
Okay.
And there are rules on passing, so you guys are not allowed to pass until the start-finish line. So once the green drops, you are going to not pass until the start-finish line, unless the car ahead has some significant issues. So if somebody is, let's say, significantly behind, we do, you know, allowed to pass, or someone breaks or something, and like,
yeah.
And if they do, then they got till like the end of the lap to give up the position. If it's an oval, they might get a couple more laps, but you know, otherwise you get penalized 1 spot basically, or however many spots you take, or time penalty. It just whatever your judgment is, right? If someone really jumps a start, they're gonna get penalized and then put to the rear, and the whole start just gets restarted.
Oh wait, it's already saying lap 0. when we're
Yeah,
still one lap
that's how the
behind when
timer
we started?
works. That's how the timer works.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's gonna be one more than it actually is. We're also gonna fit some cuts, so that's gonna be 0. We need you guys in the back to make your way up here. Just try to get up. We're gonna be doing 60 miles an hour from the front. It's not. Let's try to fit ourselves. Oy, oy, oy. We look pretty good. We need a medial to maybe be a tiny, like a car length ahead. Okay. Doing pretty good. And a oh, Eris. Come on, Eris. 60 miles an hour. We're going to watch from the front, but again, don't pass until you cross the start-finish line. Hold your pace. We're going to keep on going for just a bit. Green flag. Allowed to pass a medial. That is a jump for the yellow and black car. Give up 1 spot by the end of the lap. Racer YT cleared. Uh-oh. I think it's... My internet's gonna go out, so... And my internet's going to go out, so I'm gonna restart it, try to rejoin. That's exactly what we need on the first lap. That's great. My internet disconnected, but I think that hopefully will be the last time that happens. So my internet went out, but we're going to keep it green unless something happened. Someone jumped out of the car or something like that. So I'm going to reset the board. So first lap has been in, I think. So it is Twin leading us off of lap 1. A lot of action there I just missed. Mr. Monaco's lost second to Arisnet. Arisnet closed in on the leader. I was supposed to reset the board, but actually the board's fine. They got reset before the race started, I could tell. As Mr. Monaco with a huge off loses a bunch of positions. There's Shuffle making a pass. My internet's doing pretty poorly, but, you know, that's expected with the current circumstances. Twins Lena is off ahead of Arisneta, but Arisneta still closed in. Only a couple car lengths back. As, let's see what's going on for third place. Emilio as of the last lap in third. I think Aiden McGrady takes up the fourth place position. Mr. Monaco having to fight off a very aggressive Dutchman. Mind you, Shuffle here won the GTI feature yesterday. There's Aiden McGrady clipping the wall off of the hairpin. It allows Mr. Monaco to pass, now sandwiched between a battle between 2 other Europeans. Well, might be en route for his first podium. So there's Shuffle side by side with Aiden McGrady. He's going to lose a little bit of speed up on that exit. Aiden McGrady carries more speed. Now, mind you, Shuffle started up in the 7th place position. No practice at all on the track. He's already made up about 2 spots. Currently attempting to look for the third place, or looking for another position as Mr. Monaco side by side with Omedio. A lot of lag going on. Again, my internet just not having it today. It was completely fine until we started this event. Not sure what. Just is what it is. As Shuffle side by side also into turn 1 with Aiden McGrady. It's going to go a little bit wide off there. Again, mind you, the corner cut limit is 25, so you guys are going to want to watch it where you can. Of course, overtaking with a cut is not exactly permitted, but, you know, it is what it is. So if someone does like a huge, like obvious cut, like you could definitely warn them or even penalize them. But doesn't happen very often. So Mr. Monaco's starting to run away with the third place position. Omedio currently on their career best, but they got a lot of heavy hitters behind them. The Season 3 overall SLC champion, back when we did overall championships, tailing behind in the 5th place position. Shuffle also not far behind, one of the best drivers in the Formula Micro class. Shuffle currently very hungry for the 4th place position. Might try to get up to the podium by the end of it too if it can. Meanwhile, Aerosnet on a tail chase with our leader Twin Turbo V6. Airs haven't gone without any practice, only showed up for qualifying, but despite this, it seems like she's doing pretty well for what the car is. Has not expressed that she really likes the way the car is. I also need to fix the front end. I told her I'd do that last week, but I forgot to. So, for that, I'm sorry. Probably will fix that as soon as this race is done. So Mr. Monaco's starting to get away with it. Omedio holding off 4th place as much as he can, but he's got a very aggressive 15 GMG machine right behind him. We check the timing board, and Twin Turbo V6 has set the fastest lap so far, 53.813. About 3 seconds faster than we saw the mids cars. But here is Shuffle on the hunt. He goes and makes a move, passes for the 4th place position, and there's Blue Gen, not far behind either. Looking to hunt down what's now 5th place. Now they go into the hairpin. Blue Sonic Gen right behind Omedio in the 01 machine. Omedio's going to have to put up a good fight here, as some of the series best, the series regulars, as some may also call it, trying to hold up to the new guy. Shuffle does a slide around turn number 3. Twin's starting to really lock in. We've got 3 cars here in what seems to be a bit of a tail chase. Bit of a hunt there. Again, the 01 just having to hold off what he can. He's done a very good job so far. Although Shuffle has made his way up to the top 4. Next target's the podium. Meanwhile, the 01 crashing into the wall. So the 01 is crashed and they are not moving. Not sure if that's lag or what's going on with him. Controller disconnects. Let's see if we could get that one fixed. We might have to call a caution. We will call the yellow flag here. So medial, it's a stuck car. We'll get their lap back. It's going to have to restart from the back of the field. We are going to be under race back conditions, so keep on going to the start finish line. And once you cross, you're going to start slowing down. So here's Twin Turbo V6. Gets the race back. Aerosnet going to be up in the 2nd place position. Mr. Monaco now having to fight off from that looks to be Omedio, who was battling with him previously, not anymore. Omedio going to finish a lap down, but Mr. Monaco getting the 3rd place spot. Then is Shuffle. Then it is Aiden McGreedy over Blue Sonic Gen. So Blue Gen has made some mistake too. Behind that, we got Racer and Aqua. Racer gets it over Aqua. If we can start pacing, the lap car can unlap himself. The sooner you can, the sooner we can get this one figured out. Need the lap car to unlap himself as soon as we can. So we are under caution conditions, and Omedio cutting it through the pit lane for some reason. It's not exactly a pit limiter, but... Alright, positions are looking good. We're just waiting on the lap car to come back around. As their first warning. And Emilio's gonna have to make up quite a bit. We might be able to go green if he can make his way around the track in time. It's almost there. It's on the front stretch. Alright, we will be going green this lap. So the lights on your cars are going to start to go off. We need Mr. Monaco to go back to third place. Please get into your positions. Please, guys, get into your positions. And prepare for a potential restart. We will go green as long as people can get into their positions properly. So our positions are Twin, Eris, Mr. Monaco, Shuffle, Aiden, Blue Gen, Racer, Whole Pace. Continue to hold pace. Continue to hold pace. Green flag, don't pass until you cross the start finish line in the back. That is a warning for Omedio. Warning for Omedio. Give up your spots. You will be penalized if you do not give up your spots. You are now clear. So Omedio with a big hole shot attempt. Again, not really allowed with these rolling starts. Overtook about 5 cars. Very frustrating situation to have to be all the way in the back, but it is just how things work when you cause a caution. You gotta work with what you put yourself into. Says the controller disconnected. Managed to get it back going just conveniently as soon as the caution went out. Twin is going to lead off another lap. Air's not far behind. As there's Shuffle making a push to the podium. Now him and Mr. Monaco to the first turn. I have a chess game playing with the amount of rubber banding going on, but we'll try to report what we can. Shuffle to the inside. Mr. Monaco around the outside. Mr. Monaco is going to carry more speed than Shuffle down the tunnel backstretch. As you can see, the rentals in the back currently fighting with each other. Through the hairpin, and it looks like a pretty good exit for Shuffle. Right there on the rear wing of Mr. Monaco. As there's Omedio battling with Aqua. Got about 2 laps till we got 5 to go. Mr. Monaco side by side with Shuffle down the tunnel. Shuffle's carrying more speed. Blue Sonic Gen closing in. We might get a 3-car battle for the top 3. Shuffle is ahead as much as it can be, but Mr. Monaco still side by side. Making a move down the inside, a crossover through the hairpin. Airs Netta, a lockup. Now a 4-car battle raging up for the second place position. Airs Netta at the front of it. But 2 very aggressive cars immediately behind her. And another one just behind them. Twin Turbo V6 has a pretty easy race to win. It's his to lose. Does not need to make any mistakes, and he's pretty much good. As these four are starting to really rage it on. Shuffle's lost a little bit. Here's Blue Sonic Gen. Side by side now with Shuffle from the angle. But into the sweepers. Shuffle side by side. Blue Sonic Gen upon the exit. And Shuffle carrying a little bit more speed than the 57. It's going to be a drift through the hairpin. Shuffle's tight down through the inside line. Works in his favor. Twin's going to lead off now with 5 laps to go. Meanwhile, the battle for 4th raging on side by side through the front straightaway. Blue Gen carrying more speed than the GMG into turn 1. As Arisneta has gone back. So things starting to look back to how they were earlier, though the battle for 4th has not been one we've seen between Blue Gen and Shuffle until these last few laps on the restart. Excuse me. As Aqua states he must go AFK, so you got about 3 laps here. If you can't get back going by lap 18, that'll be your day. So, might just be a focus on a points race, but you never know. There could easily be restarts. Of course, if we have a late race caution, we do a thing called overtime, very similar to the NASCAR style. If we cannot get the race back going with 2 laps by the originally planned time, then we will add laps to get a 2-lap restart, and we'll keep on doing that. If there's a caution on the first lap of the overtime, then we will end up having another caution. But if there's a caution or anything that happens on the second lap, that'll be the race. So, but there won't be any cautions called on the final lap. That's usually just the final lap as it is. So far, there's only about 2 more laps until that could potentially become an opportunity. But here's Mr. Monaco makes a move on Arisneta down the inside. Air's going to go wide. Mr. Monaco, the flying Italian, making his way over, has 2nd place. Closing in a little bit there on Twin Turbo V6, although Twin has made up his own gap. Pretty much nothing to lose. As Aqua's back out on track, I think they've only fallen a lap down. They run about a risk of falling another lap down, but could easily come back with a caution. I think as they currently stand, if there is a caution, that would allow them to go back to the lead lap, because I think they're only like a lap down. Arisneta still in the status quo in 2nd place, but Blue Gen fighting to get a podium. He's been out of it all day, but finally, here is his opportunity. On a historical reference also, not far behind Shuffle, the winner of last year's race. He only had 5 Formula Micros. It was probably one of the best battles we've ever seen in the category. This year's been a little bit of a struggle again, just with the new chassis having to be updated mid-year. Out of necessity rather than, excuse me, rather than just cause there was a necessity. There is the battle for the 2nd place spot and the podium. Arisneta is side by side. Might not even be able to keep podium if Mr. Monaco catches up. It's going to be a very fierce battle here. Blue Gen's going to be laying the brakes 3 wide through the hairpin. As a 3-car battle raging on for the 2nd place spot. This time by, we'll be seeing the white flag for our leader, Twin Turbo V6, and everyone else behind. So 1 lap to go for Twin Turbo V6. This is how the race is going to end. However you cross the line will be it. As Twin is about to pass Aqua to put them 2 laps down. They will still finish the race, but they are going to be put into the 9th place position. I think that's the most finishers we've had in a race in a pretty good while. So Twin confidently on his own. Zares falls back into 4th. I disconnect. Can you watch this? Can you make sure to watch this finish if disconnect?
Yep.
All right. Battle raging on, but here's Twin makes his way to the last set of turns. The other cars in the back battling it out. We'll watch them in just a moment. But meanwhile, coming across the front stretch, your race winner, Twin Triple V6, coming across the line as a drag race to the finish. Blue Gen is going to get 2nd place. Mr. Monaco in 3rd, 4th to Eris, 5th to Shuffle. 6th place now between Aiden McGrady, not far behind Omadiel. Racer 2012 YT will be the last car to finish on the track. Aqua is finished in 9th. We could do a cooldown here to the pit lane, or stop, whichever one you guys prefer. But Twin here swept the weekend. They missed out on the GTI race, but every other race they've been almost completely dominant. And thankfully for Mr. Monaco, the only person who had internet issues today was the fucking host. Alright. We're going to move on to the podium. So again, that is going to be Twin Turbo V6, Blue Sonic Gen, Mr. Monaco. Looking at time, we're just going to interview the top 3. I don't know if Eris wants an interview, but if there is an interview, I'm pretty sure she's going to express her displeasure, which is more than understandable. We'll get the input out of you guys, make sure the cars next week are even better. And I'll also let you test out the normal cars so you can understand how incredibly oversteered they were. Because they really were. Alright. Oh! Battalion Man breaks his legs. Alright, let's get to the podium here. I'm going to stand just around. But Twin Triple V sits another dominant race in the entire weekend. It doesn't matter what car it is. It seems like you have it all together. You can win in just about anything. A man of all wheels. Right,
is that what they call me now? Man of all wheels?
I guess that's what I've called you. If people want to keep that, then I guess they can.
I'll take the stud.
Stud it is.
Yeah. Too long. Man of all wheels is way too long. Yeah, this race, honestly, considering I thought I'd be, I wouldn't say like too far ahead because everyone ended up catching up in terms of lap time. So it wasn't all too dominant. But yeah, I mean, it was still nice that there was some battles between me and Eris, at least during the restarts. But all I was trying to do was just pull away at least a second and a half, because I know that her weakness is trying to keep pace with me and trying to follow my line, and I was trying to just negate that completely. And once I did, it showed that she just loses so much time when she's not following close behind me. So at least I know that. I'll make sure to do that every single race from now on. But yeah, it's like just good race overall. Just trying to keep consistent laps. I didn't really get much faster than during practice, but yeah, I mean, it's really what I really do. Like getting mid 53s, I think I already estimated that was pretty much going to be one of the fastest times I could manage. I could probably have done a little bit quicker, but I couldn't get all the perfect sectors together. Probably could have gotten a 53.4 or 0.3 even, but yeah, unfortunately I wasn't fast enough to do that. Yeah, otherwise still a decent race. I mean, there was battles all around, pretty much all weekend, which is really nice. But yeah, it's just a good race. I'm glad I got maximum points out of it, and that's all that really matters for me, as I said yesterday. So yeah, just glad to win every single race that I finished so far, and pretty much going to keep that until the championship finishes.
I challenge you in the Super Indy race, but we'll see how that one goes. All right.
I was talking about for this series specifically, but sure.
Yeah.
I'll take the challenge.
All right. Well, Twin here basically on an unstoppable spree. Just an absolute unit here in the Formula Micros. Hopefully the cars feel a little better. I know that you felt they were very oversteery. Tried what I can, but we'll try more. It probably, I think, what I gotta do is I gotta change the differential settings a little bit because they're like basically on almost the most slippery diff settings. So that might be a significant reason why. So I'll try to tune that where I can. And I know I'm going to probably get roasted by pretty much everyone here on the cars. But good race there, Twin. Good luck in the Super Indies. Next up is Blue Gen in the second place spot. I believe he's going to want to do a chat interview here, but did a really good race. Started pretty far back and climbed all the way up to... Oh my god. Yeah, you guys are going to want to turn your... Started pretty much nearly last as Blue Gen. So the car was very twitchy. To when you need to be consistent. Not make mistakes. Sorry, I read that probably not how you meant it. Alright, anyways, pretty good battle there at the very end of it. You and 3 other cars, and overall coming up on top of it. Pretty big thing, I think. But, what do you have to say? It's a fun battle. Very nice driving from the other 2 cars. If I practice, I feel like I could have battled Twin, but not sure to be honest. Oh, it looks like another SLC OG. Yeah, alright. Thank you there, Blue. Looks like another SLC OG coming up in the podium. Nico was here yesterday for the mids cars. Ended up second. Yeah. So that's pretty solid. Thank you there for showing up. So it is. We're going to talk now to third place finisher Mr. Monaco. He's got about 8 minutes left for interviews. Mr. Monaco here, a third place result, a very strong podium. Started in second, but still overall held up to a podium at the very end. A big battle between you, Blue Gen, and Neris, as well as Shuffle. A lot of things happening today, it seems.
Yeah, just really frustrating at the start of the spin. Then yellow took me back in contention. Fought for P2 with blue for a little bit. That was really fun. And the overall best driver took P2. Of course, lap times I was getting kind of close to Twin Turbo, but it was not there.
So, what happened in that battle, you think, where you kind of fell a little bit? Real question.
Well, I sort of made a mistake in the hairpin. I went a bit too deep trying to outbrake myself, and it didn't go as planned, went wide and lost some time.
Still get to come home with 25 Robux at the end of the year. I'd say it's a pretty good result overall still. Hopefully the next couple of races will go nicer for you. We'll see how that goes. Any closing thoughts there, Mr. Monaco?
Big cash money, may I have my GT1?
Oh, yeah. Sure, I'll insert it. I'm going to lower my volume for you guys watching. So, thank you there. We're going to now interview fourth place finisher Eris Netta, if she wants an interview. So let me insert your car. Eris, do you want to interview or nah? Not speaking. It's broken? Oh shit, it is broken. Alright, let the man drive it. Let the man drive it. You might want to turn your eardrums down. I can't lower it anymore. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna turn down my game volume. That is so freaking... I got it on the absolutely minimum volume here. Alright. I don't know if Varys wants to interview, but I get that. It's a tough race. Car setup was not very good for you. Did pretty good for a lot of it, but, you know, it is what it is. We're going to watch the results to see what the positions beyond that were. I think it was Shuffle in P5. So, I think it was Shuffle P5. So we're going to unmute Shuffle here. Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Good hunt for the front throughout the day. Had a chance at the podium. A little bit loose, or a little bit, slipped out a little bit at the very end from you, but still a very solid result from starting all the way from the back. Gained a couple of positions. How was the race today?
Okay, to be honest, the cars, in my opinion, were not too horrible. I really enjoyed them a little bit, but they were kind of challenging to drive, and I did not have any practice, so I could not really stand a chance to have a battle at front. In my opinion, it was already a wonder I was battling with Monaco and for a little bit, but I really need some practice in with those new tunes, and especially you upgrading them again. I did need my practice because I wasn't the best I could be today. Definitely not.
How do you think that the Super Indy race might play out if today's results show anything?
Well, you do not have to take my Formula Micro car in account because I actually know how the Super Indies drive. So I'll be, of course, the Super Indies has a better grid overall because you driving, normally driving, Aris will be there, Stripe, so we have a battle for the top 5 like almost every race, but so I could be 5th again, but it would be a 5th with a more challenging race for me. Like, I would give more of a fight, but I think I could get a podium as well, since despite this not having a great result, this one, my results in Goteborg here do not lie.
Again, this was your first win ever in SLC. It was last year's Formula Micro feature. So one of your better tracks.
Yep.
Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, well, it was a special day that night. I came into the race kind of unexpecting because at that time I was a kind of a midfield driver. I wasn't really too bad, but I wasn't really up front. And then was it Blue Gen or I think Blue Gen back then as well took pole actually, but he didn't show up for the race, so I inherited the pole. Yeah, the race went well. Amazing battle, but I took it in the end. Then we came back this year, took a podium in the Miata, and won the GTI cars. This wasn't the best race today, but I'm pretty sure we can do something great in the Super Indies.
That's great to hear. I want to see you battling me over there. Hopefully we'll be battling to win for the lead. I don't know how things are going to work down. I'm probably going to suck. I tend to suck on this track, so... we'll see how that one goes, but thank you there, Shuffle. Is there any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I do have one. Thank you, Jules, for salvaging the Super Indies.
Okay.
Real.
Okay.
Real.
Dude, I'm gonna do a terrible job.
No, you can't be worse than last race.
Yeah, if
You
there's anything that
literally
needs to be done, I'll probably step in. I'm gonna try my as much as I can, only to like step in just to help. I don't want to.
Thank you.
I don't want to have to step in mini host, but like if I have to, I'll try
Yeah.
to.
Also,
Charge
I
their
don't
buttons.
have the flag controls.
I'll help you. I'll help you with the standing script and everything. Don't worry. That'll get set up.
Okay, thank you.
Josh, a little bit of a reference for you. Almost every interview was criticizing the host slash commentator that race.
Yeah. By the way, what's your
Almost
speaking of host? What is your user?
They're a cafe.
the real cap here. I'll type it in chat.
The real cap.
Dude,
A.
we're gonna have a criticizing host part 2 today. I'm sorry, guys.
Nah, you can't be worse than last one. Come on.
Look,
Yeah.
it's either you or we don't have a race. That's our current situation. So it means a lot.
Also, these cars are pretty fun. I don't know what the people are on about.
I'm gonna move on to the last two interviews here. So we got Aiden McGrady and I don't want to say that Discord name, but Racer. So results are Aiden McGrady ahead. So we'll
Giggle
unmute
shatter.
Aiden, but I know you want to be chatting, so. Hi there, Aiden. Couple runs up there for the front. A little bit slipped out on you by the very end of it, but still held together in the front of some of the newer drivers. Again, all the people that pass you are like literally like the top guys, so I wouldn't feel too bad about it. As far as rookies go, you were the strongest finishing rookie today. So what do you have to say about today's race? And this relatively new car setup. Nudge you to the time script, by the way. I was making mistakes in the hairpins. I think that I think if I didn't, that would have helped. Yeah, they do seem to be pretty loose under braking. One thing I learned was maybe if you press the front brakes, it might help a little bit. Just gonna. Add the pro cappy. So those mistakes making quite a bit of a difference here. You enjoy the cars, you're just a little bit slippy. I gotta try to work in the diff settings. I'm really sure it's just like the rear diff settings is all that's causing us our little shenanigans. It's quite lucky Omedial didn't catch me. Yeah. So overall, I think a pretty strong performance. Hopefully the next couple of races will go a little bit better again. Starting to get a little bit more locked in. You had a good couple of battles there with some of the good drivers. Some drivers that were champions or prior race winners. So maybe it shows, you might just about have it almost to get a win now one of these days. I think it's just a matter of time really till one of those come around. Just need the consistency. Very much so. Any closing thoughts? Or is there anything else? Not really. Okay. Well, we hope the Nets Mitz car race, if you do show up to that, goes well for you. That'll be in Yekaterinburg in about 2 weeks. Should be a relatively interesting track. The first time they've ever been raced there, actually, if I recall correctly. Very fast straights. A lot of tight turns, but also some very fast parts. I think actually the fastest straight, just because of the steep downhills there. So might make things pretty interesting. All right, well, thank you there, Aiden McGrady. We're gonna now talk to Racer. So Racer here, gonna unmute you. There you go. So Racer.
What's wrong with saying my username on Discord? Giggle shitter.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Okay.
okay. Anyway, continue.
So I think today was just a little bit more of another one of those learning experience type of races. Again, not a lot of experience still, but still starting to get some things in. Didn't finish a lap down. I think that was one of your goals, was to finish a race and not be lapped, and that came out today. So,
Yeah.
congratulations on that.
Um. I was had a before, did Aqua like pull off or something?
Hmm?
Did like Aqua like pull off or something?
Did who pull off?
Aqua.
Aqua. They pulled off for a little bit, but then they rejoined. That's why they finished up in the back.
Yeah. That was okay. So at the start of the race, I actually kept ahead, surprisingly. It was a good race and all. That's one of like my best performance here, probably in this league. I actually was ahead of Meagle for a while, actually, maybe 5 laps. Then soon I hit the hairpin wall and I just messed it all up. And soon he passed me and I couldn't catch it back up. That hairpin wall, oh, I swear, I
Good job,
hate that
Jimmy.
wall so much. If you once you clip it, you're done. Like, you're actually done once you clip it.
Yep.
But yeah, but it was a good race and all. That was actually one of my best performance. That was like my second the best performance. My best performance was at Italy. So
That was a good little battle. I remember that one pretty well at Franciacorta.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I'm just hoping for the best for next race.
I think it'll go pretty well.
I sadly did not make it to Super Indy.
Yeah.
Sadly,
It'll
because
be
I don't
alright.
have a dang keyboard.
Yeah. So what I will say, we got a race coming up, the Rotsmod race over at the Superstar event back in the
Yo,
States.
guys, I'm sliding.
You just gotta make your way up through the B heat. You think you got what it takes?
No, not at all. But I guess I'll try my best.
Got the fucking we ball
The
type
only
of
big event
mentality.
I've done good was with Tyler County.
All right. Well, we hope it goes well. Hoping to see you maybe start the main event, show yourself, what you are capable of. It's gonna be a bit tough, but
Yeah,
I do
I
believe
feel
in
like
you.
I'm actually capable of also making some events.
I think we'll be
Just
able to
my
make that
dang
one.
Xbox.
All right, gonna set the Super Indy race up real quickly here. The game is gonna be ready in just a bit. I just need
Yeah,
to
go
get ready.
Shatter.
All right. Any closing thoughts?
Everyone did good. I mean, yeah, I was predicting in my head. I was actually predicting. I wonder who's gonna win. I predicted a twin, and that was right. But yeah, I heard the
Unsurprisingly.
front was cool. I wish I was up there. Hey, guys, how's the front? Like, just can you tell me how the front is? The pack is? I want to know.
Chaos. Hell.
Chaos.
Hell.
Don't worry, I've experienced chaos in the front before.
It's a
But
constant
yeah.
on any battle, and you make any mistake, you're suddenly fucked.
that sounds like when I was ahead of Amigo.
Yeah.
I freaking clipped that wall. That wall could kill itself. I will rip that wall race.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Actually, like, for real, if you clip that wall, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how short tracks are. All right. Well, that being said, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you there, Racer. We're gonna move on to the Super Indy practice in just a second. The game is basically ready. I just want to close the stream up, so would like to thank you guys for watching. But again, show up in about 15 minutes. We're gonna do the Super Indies. We got a new host, just out of the current situation. I'll have to explain everything to him. Shouldn't take long.